That's okay. We're inclusive. You brought the stuff. Okay, anyone know you're here? Come on in. Hi, welcome. Are you feeling a little more frisky or a little more juicy? Cheers. Hi guys, welcome to Girl Talk. I want this video to be so open. I'm honestly feeling a little bit nervous. I saw my girl Lauren do this a few weeks ago. I absolutely loved it. I will link her video down below. I wanted to create this atmosphere of comfort. No questions are too stupid. No questions are too weird. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me anything that you want. I want you today to be so comfortable. Take your bras off. I still got something else under though. Today we're gonna be talking about lots of different topics that are a little taboo. Really should just be normalized. Cheers. By the way, this is non-alcoholic. So today I really wanted to spread some older sister vibes, kind of like some mom vibes. I haven't birthed any kids yet. I only have this guy right here. So cute and squishy. I really want babies. My husband won't give me any. More of those issues on the vlog. But today, all of you are my babies. So topics for today's video: periods, birth control, losing your virginity, touching and loving on yourself, exploring your body. I also just wanted to thank my mom publicly for being such an open mom. If you enjoy these types of videos, please caress that subscribe button and caress that little bell. That's how I know if you enjoy these videos or not. Let's get on into it. So to begin, I am 26-year-old, even though I look like I'm 12. I also really wanted to thank my vlog channel. I posted this video over on there and a lot of you gave me a lot of really great feedback. I appreciated that. It's the reason why I'm doing this creepy slumber party vibe things. Thank you for that. I hope you enjoy this. This is like exciting. It's like we're doing something bad, you know? Okay, we're starting easy and getting down to the darndest. A lot of you wanted to know about period. Question 1, when did you get your period? I think 14 years old, and I was so jealous. I've always been a late bloomer. These little babies never came in. I was so jealous of my cousins because they got their period before me. For some reason, I wanted to get my period. Anyone else like that? But I ended up getting my period. I remember I was at the mall and I just looked down. I'd already kind of been experiencing cramps. I didn't know what they were. I just saw a little very light blood. That's kind of how you get your first period. Oh my God. Mother. My mom's like, oh my God, sweetie, you're growing up. I was like, buy me a bra. So I got my period when I was 15. It was all great and dandy until Mother Nature started to kick my ass every single month. It like punches me. My period cramps feel like shocks up my ass. I don't get it either. Next question. What do you use? I'm actually testing out period panties. Hell yeah. First method is period panty. My second is menstrual disc, which I did a whole video on it. And those are kind of my two things. I'm not about tampons anymore, sticking that in there. It's so painful when it's dry. Like those last few days when you're pulling it out and it's just like so dry and it hurts like a mother. Not about that anymore. So first kiss. Ew. My first kiss was actually with my boyfriend at the time. We were in 7th grade. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. He like left me in class and I just felt he was going to kiss me. Kissed me. I hated it. His breath smelled. I was so immature. I actually ended up breaking up with him 2 days later. Let's get into the first makeout. I want you guys to leave me below your first makeout. It's always the worst. I haven't heard of anyone having a magical first makeout. You see it in the movies. It's so beautiful. It's raining. You know what to do with your tongue. And no, honey, that's just not how it happens. It's not that hard to kiss. I could do a demo. These are his lips, these are your lips. Just the softer and the slower, the better. A little bit of tongue, play and massage each other's mouths. Okay, I feel like you are getting to know a whole different side of me. I love talking about this stuff. Back to my first makeout, this guy was so fine. He was in 10th grade, I was in 9th grade. I always liked older guys. This guy just went ham. Tongue everywhere. It felt like a cow licking my face. Awful. It took forever. It wasn't like reciprocating. And to make matters worse, everyone on the bus saw it. This guy just decided to kiss me, not intimately, but just in front of everyone. Everyone that was sitting on the bus was looking down. It wasn't good. So my tip for kissing first timers, just go slow. Really play with each other, tease each other. Have you ever stalked an ex before? I feel like I'd be lying if I told you I hadn't. Specifically, right after you break up.
Oh, have they moved on? What are they doing with their life?
Yeah, it's a real thing. I'm gonna do my nails, why not? I'm stuck between these. These look like really glam. Should I do those? I don't know, they're a little too much. So like, let's do this. I'm also gonna do this at the same time. And then let's talk about birth control. I'm very excited for this. Okay. I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna do these. Feeling a little more normal. Are you on birth control? Not really. I do the natural. I actually really recommend this book right here. You learn all about my cycle, my body. I use this thing right here. It goes hand in hand with like the book. It's all about really knowing what your flow is like. I do like a pilgrim old fashioned. I take my temperature, and if you're ovulating during this time, you are more prone to getting pregnant. If you're not during this time, you're less prone. It does take more time and things to do it. I actually did do birth control when I was 18. I had really bad acne. It didn't do it for me. It was really, really bad for me. A lot of really bad mood swings. Some people say they gain weight. Others say there's something happens. I just am very cautious with like anything that I take in. Obviously, you guys know with like my breast implants, like when I remove them, I'm just very skeptical when it comes to things. I'm very just cautious. I also watched a very interesting documentary called Bleeding Edge on Netflix. Highly recommend it. It talks about medical devices. It goes into UID. Oh my God, I suck at this. So I just looked it up. So it's the IUD. If you have ever considered getting an IUD, please watch this documentary on Netflix. It's so informative. It's really bad, the risks of it. Just do your research. Birth control works differently on every single person. Do whatever is best for you. I really like the natural method. So now we're gonna get into sexy time. I got a lot of questions about vaginal discharge, and I was very like interested in this. When I was young, I didn't quite understand what that was. I think it's something that happens naturally to a woman. Not an expert. If you really know, please leave it down below in the comments. Why does vaginal discharge happen? It says that this keeps our beautiful area clean and helps prevent infection. Vaginal discharge is perfectly normal. I remember getting it a lot like in my panties, and my mom never said anything, but I did think it was kind of weird. I got, oh my God, what the hell? Did I do this wrong? It's totally normal when you're about to menstruate, when you're about to have intercourse, or it's literally just for hygienic reasons. Ugh, my thing is itchy. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go in for a face mask. I have been getting such severe acne. I'm 20 something. I don't know why this is still happening to me. Look at my nails. They are coming along, people. Let's talk sex, baby. Did it hurt the first time?
Hell yeah.
I was in a lot of pain. Guys really need to do more in the sense of getting you ready. It takes us longer to like get in the mood. Guys kind of just like get ready. I really recommend kissing a lot before, teasing each other, touching each other. I think it will make it a lot better because you'll just be like more physically ready. Though I think regardless, the first time is gonna hurt. You have to like break your cherry, how people say. A lot of people also say that you can literally just break this doing gymnastics or riding a bike. Definitely felt something down there. I didn't bleed though. Maybe I had already popped it. But yeah, it hurts. Make sure the guy is patient with you. Take your time. It'd be a nice time to just explore each other. Is it normal to explore yourself? I think it is. I think it's important to know what you like, and I think it's important to understand your body. I talked to you guys recently about how I recently have been really leading myself into godly things. Came across a video that actually talked about how like that's like a sin and you shouldn't do that. I've never seen it as a bad thing. It was so normal for me that I remember doing that. It just came like naturally. I don't feel like it was a bad thing. But again, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and also for people who are more godly, please be nice with me. But if it is a sin, can you explain why? I just kind of want everyone's opinion on this. Why are we not talking more about this stuff? How do women orgasm? I am not an expert in this. I guess every single woman is different. A lot of women actually get
An orgasm
out of clitoral stimulation. Not a lot of people get it from just like intercourse. It just depends. Like a lot of women
have orgasms differently.
There's two people I really like all about this self-exploration stuff. Number one, my girl, Shan Booty. She is amazing. She talks about everything, even toys and stuff like that. I also love Adina Rivers, who really just gets into how you should go about it, how you can get comfortable. And one thing I will say about, you know, touching and exploring yourself, I even have had close friends who have actually struggled with having intercourse. Part of their therapy is to start slow. I don't know of this person personally, but there was someone that I had heard of that on her wedding day, she just couldn't open up to her husband, and her husband were frustrated with each other. I think she went, it could be like up to a year, they just couldn't. And the reason being is she just couldn't physically open up to him. And part of her therapy was to actually just explore herself, learn more about what she likes, and then eventually they did have beautiful sexy time, and it was magical and beautiful as it always should be. Does size matter? I've only been with one guy in my life, but I will say I don't really think so. Honestly, I think if it's too large, it can hurt, and I have heard this from other people. And then if it's too small, it's a lose-lose situation. What matters more is how the guy like touches you and like does things. What is a proper thing to do right after you have had intercourse? I just kind of learned this from just hearing it, even from like the movies. The first thing you're supposed to do is literally go and pee if there's anything in there, or if there's any kind of like infection or anything like that. It just helps you drain everything out. But again, I'm not an expert in any of this. Have you ever passed gas during sexy time or having an
Orgasm.
I have not. Not that it would be awkward or anything like that. I have definitely farted in front of Dennis. That's another thing. I want to talk about this. I see a lot of people talk about how,
Oh my god, I can't pass gas
in front of my boyfriend. Why is that not normal? It should be normal. If they can do it, we can do it too. Dennis doesn't care. I don't really care. Sometimes we just laugh about it and see who farts the loudest. That's the kind of relationship we're in. Have you ever had a UTI, so a urinary tract infection? Yes, I think I definitely did. I don't even know how I got it. Yeah, Dennis was really sweet. He actually went and got me all the supplies. It was very uncomfortable. There's like a tube that you stick inside, kind of like a tampon, and it expenses this liquid. It's supposed to like disinfect everything in there. Are you ready for this? Is this satisfying or hella scary? Wow. Oh my gosh. These next questions are all about love, all that good stuff. I'm gonna be answering these questions as I paint to my 20% off Bob Ross drawings. I also have some cookies. What is the most awkward date you've been on? I feel like I either suppressed this from my memory or I literally can't think of any. So I've decided to do this picture right here. I remember that my mom had a mutual friend who really loved me. She had a son who was my age. Don't you just love that? Those are always the most awkward things. So she really wanted me to meet her son. Prior to meeting each other, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to like meet him. Why don't I call him? Thank God I did that. I have never had a more quiet, crickets, like it sounded like this, conversation in my life. We didn't know what to talk about. You just like flow with some people. And then have you ever had those people where you just cannot, they're great people, but you just cannot flow with them? Him and I were like stumbling over each other's words and then it'd be like a long pause. We were probably on the phone for like an hour. Almost all of it, we were silent. Hey, are you still there? Oh, okay, cool. Back then, I didn't know how to get out of those things. Thank God we never ended up meeting. Oh, this is actually very relaxing. I haven't done this in a while. What was your first relationship like? I've had a lot of boyfriends and Dennis kind of makes fun of me for this. I have dated around a lot and it's always been super fun, but I only really had, I guess, one other serious relationship, but I would consider Dennis like my actual real relationship. I think we were together for like 6 months and it was just like really nice. It was sweet. We were both still kind of like in high school and like his mom would drive us around. I think that kind of sucks, right? When you don't have that privacy. We just weren't old enough for that. It was really nice. It was just like a nice relationship. It ended kind of badly though. I don't even remember what happened, but we just kind of like ended it. I ended up going to Colombia for a little bit and then he ended up dating another girl and I was like, what the hell happened here? And then I met Dennis. Actually, no, I dated like 3 other guys after that, trying to get over that guy. And then I dated Dennis. Heartbreaks are really sad. Maybe I'll do another video on how I got over this guy. My mom always used to say, I feel like this is the worst advice though, Mom, I'm sorry. In Spanish, it's un clavo saca a otro clavo. Like a nail will remove another nail. If you just date someone else and you fall in love with them, you'll forget about the other person. But I feel like that's horrible advice because then I just started dating around trying to forget this guy and that just wasn't healthy, I feel. When was the first time that you were in love? Honestly, we'll say Dennis. It's kind of corny because like we've been together for so long now that it's hard to go back to what was that like. We've been together for 8 years. We've been married for 2. Yeah, I don't know. What does love feel like? Obviously, I'm still in love, but it's just different because that was actually another question people were asking me. You're just like very comfortable around that person. You always want to be with that person. It's them over everyone. I don't know if that's even healthy. Everything is just beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. Love is great. It really is. It's wonderful. How did you know you were in love? I don't actually know if there was like an instant where I was like, I'm like in love. I honestly have no idea, guys. Maybe I'll tell Dennis to come here.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, handsome.
You need help?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
What do you need?
Okay, so I wanted to ask you because they were asking me, how did I know that I was in love? I don't really know how to answer that question.
Well, when you were happy to see me each time.
When I was happy. Okay, how did you know?
When I was by myself and I felt like I'd rather hang out with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, my hands up. And that's my husband. Have your feelings changed for each other since you've gotten married? Marriage is so much more real. I definitely feel like getting to meet his family more and getting to really understand him as a person made me fall more in love with him. I can only imagine when we have kids how much more love there's gonna be there. I love you so much. And then I love myself. That sounds so self-absorbed. Now this being, if anything, it's just gotten like more serious. It's also become more like friendshipy. Like you're not just kissing and doing it all the time. time type of thing. I know that might be bad for some people, but it's just like, it's more of a friendship. You are that person that I'm gonna live with you until we die. Make the most out of it. Something that we have been trying to implement for the longest time. Date nights not happening, people. I really need it to happen because I work with him all the time, yeah? You also want to have that separation of work and life. I think that's something I actually kind of regret in my first year of marriage with Dennis, is I was so work focused, kind of like didn't enjoy as much our first year. Wow, this got really morbid and my nail is about to fall off. But yes, that is what I will say. I also got a ton of questions about shaving down there, having small boobs, getting over breakups. So if you'd like to see a part 2 to this video, leave me a comment down below. I really enjoyed this video. It was weird for sure. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, didn't, give it a thumbs down. And that just kind of shows me how you feel about certain content. If you haven't already, caress that subscribe button. And if you haven't, caress that bell as well. And I will see you guys some more in the next video. I would love to do another part 2 to this, or even make a little sequel to this video. As always, I have a vlog channel if you haven't checked it out, and you can always stay connected with me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna go continue drinking my little juice, do some work, and I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.